How's it going, everyone? And it is Lockhart here. We're talking about Higan Eruthyll, and I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a long time. It's been like 2 days, and you know, things have happened. But I wanted to go over some cool things that have happened in the last little bit. So we have this new banner that I had no idea was coming. Super cool. The story of it is really nice so far. Sorry, not story, but like the info behind it, I want to say. You know, so a couple things here. So we are getting Armageddon, which is amazing. Arctas drop, which is great. Labyrinth drop ×2 again, which is going to be happening on the 11th. So make sure you hang on to those so you can get the ones that you want. Those leveling up materials are super clutch. Just bloom, blah 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 blah, and all this fun stuff. Now, in my Chingwu banner, I said that I feel like we are starting to go into these mono element team comps, and the one thing that was lacking, I felt, from the last one was either going to be shadow ranged for the next banner, or some sort of bruiser type, because Eluya is not exactly a bruiser. But although Fadista gives her survivability, I think here we go. You know, here is Kyuka, our dark bruiser, with some decent armor, okay, magic resistance, decent attack, big HP. Obviously, so let's take a look at her skills. So the first thing is her passive. When Kyuka skills and ult deal damage to units inflicted with Withering Toxin and Dust Curse, she gains a shield equal to 6.3% of her max health. So you want to build her health, make her tanky, so she can actually maybe even be your tank. This effect can only be triggered once every 3 seconds, and the shield's max value is 25.2%, which can be pretty good when you think about this, right? That's like that's over 2200 shield. Kyuka draws power from the Omnitress to launch a powerful strike, dealing physical damage to blank and whatever. First skill, Kyuka infuses the Omnitress with the power of decay, swinging multiple times at a designated enemy unit, dealing physical damage equal to blank and her AD and applying decay toxin. So what is decay toxin? Decrease the unit's armor by 20%. So a shred of all things. Is this not perfect for Eluya? During this period, if the unit suffers from the dark mark and decay toxin, its armor will further be reduced by an additional 10%. The armor reduction effect of decay toxin can stack up to a maximum of 60%. So this is a great way for someone who has to, like, when you have to like melt a boss or like get through a tank. These are tank busting traits, because she has big HP, big shield, and now, you know, she might not do a huge amount of attack, but she can actually just make sure that the rest of your team can. So she seems very physical focused, so meaning that like this is the type of person that you're going to take into a team that has a lot of armor up front. Kyuka channels Dusk Energy into the Omnitress, releasing physical damage equal to blah blah blah, and to attack the enemies within a rectangle. Oh, that's a different shape. Additionally, she applies 1 stack of Dust Curse on targets hit. Units afflicted with Dust Curse deal 20% less damage to Kyuka. Dust Curse. This effect reduces the unit's armor by 20% for 6 seconds, max stack 2. So this one's just a little bit faster, but this like dealing 20% less damage is amazing, because that goes to magic damage as well, because there is no like deal 20% less physical or magic damage. It's just 20% less damage taken. Wow, she gives me like big bruiser vibes. So now let's take a deal. The trace of death surrounds Kyuka's Omnitress, inflicting physical damage on all enemies in the vicinity, knocking back them slightly. That's not good English. And applying 1 stack of debuff from Kyuka's skill card. Oh, cool. So it can be whatever. So if she's using Fading Twilight, then it'll be Dust Curse, and if she's using Instant Decay, then it will be Decay Toxin. All of these things are like super scary. Because she doesn't look like the healthiest person. And we also have Weight, which is a fire SR unit. If we take a look at her stuff, we can see that she's obviously a ranged unit. Her passive is Double Down. Weight, is it Weight or White? Is quite content with her chosen target. After she landed a total of 10 basic attacks on the target, the unit's physical damage mitigation will be reduced for 7 seconds by 27.5%. That seems like a lot. Risk assessment. Weight fires a probing arrow inflicting physical damage equal to... Oh, yeah, okay. Perfect investment for skill. Weight locks onto a target client and fires 5 bolts each time, counting as a basic attack. Oh, so she's like stacked. So when weight attack speed is increased by 20, blah, 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 she makes an additional 1, 2, 3 attacks. Wow. That's cool. Take it or leave it. Second, weight internally determines the value of the target, inflicting optimal choice on the target enemy unit. Optimal choice. Each time this unit is hit by a basic attack, it takes physical damage equal to 52.5% of weight's AD. This effect can be triggered up to once every... So this is like... This feels like melting boss, melting HP. Skills reset. Weight unleashes a row of lucky coins that bless her crossbow bolts, attacking the foremost enemy unit in a line a total of 10 times. Each attack is considered a basic attack, inflicting total physical damage of her attack damage. Super cool. So now we have Fene as a... that crazy because she was free. But I want to start with her playset, because playsets are like the unlocking, I feel, of the unit's abilities, and it just really makes her feel like she gets better. So let's take a look at her playset. Crit rate increase, of course, awesome, good to have. Deals 30% more damage to burning targets, which, if you know Fene, she is burning everybody, who will also be inflicted with weak low. This effect lasts for 7 seconds, and weak low reduces armor by 5%. This effect lasts for 7 seconds. This can be overrun by a greater effect. Great. A burning unit takes continuous damage over 10 seconds. This feels so good and so cool, because I feel like now she has more of a viability. I know she's not the greatest, but if you've kind of, like me, you've had her built because she was like the only ranger you had, this play set might be worth your time, right? So now we are going to go into her playset. So Kyuka's playset gives her increased armor of 15%, which we already know. She's a physical tank, or physical bruiser, tanky hoplite. Shield effects increased by 40%, which is like increased by 40%. So 25 is already her cap, so increased by 40. So I don't know if it's 25 then 40, or if it's 65. If it's 65, that's disgusting. When applying a debuff, there is a chance to apply it 1 additional time. The likelihood of this effect triggering decreases with each successive trigger. The initial trigger probability is 100%. After triggering 5 times, it is reduced to a minimum of 50%. So when we talk about her kit, we know that she can stack on toxic decay, toxin, as well as dust curse. So if you do dust curse, that means that it is just an instant armor debuff of 40% out the go. And then if we do decay toxin, we're looking at also 40% right away. Oh no, sorry. This armor will be further reduced by additional 10. Armor reduction can stack up to maximum 60. So really, it's 30. But then the next one is fast, because if you do her skill and then you do her alt, that will go up real quick. Okay? So, wow. I think it's super cool that I think this will be one of the viable all dark teams that you can bring in. I feel like she offers a lot. You pair her up with someone like Aluya, and Aluya is going to take advantage of that, and the two of them will really melt any team. So if you got Fadista as well, and you probably have Gildan at this point, you've got a disgusting dark team that is just going to wreck PvP, I think. Now, if you haven't, please make sure to go and help your teams and get through that Armageddon. Armageddon was super cool, and I like it because it's a little bit more higher leveling, and you can also, you know, get your 2 teams together and stuff. The only downfall is if you have not cleaned up your members list, you're going to be a little short. But other than that, that's kind of it for character views and Armageddon. So the only thing that I want to do last is just actually go to the character and give her a go, because I feel like it's a cool opportunity to at least try. So let me just go into, boop, that's not it. There we go. So let's just see some of her animations, see her in action, just so we can get like a decent feeling for it, because you know, why not? All right, so again, oh my gosh, she's literally wielding a hammer. So 1 target, bam. Good to have the interrupt too as well, you know. Okay, easy peasy. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's super cool that they basically have a unit. Okay, wow, look at that. Huh? What did I say? Okay, so she's gonna apply her thing. She'll do a little bit more damage. So you can really, it's nice that they've upgraded it. So you can kind of see that, you know, you can really see the damage increase when you apply the debuffs. That armor shred is gonna be nuts. So like this, so Armageddon would be one of those types of events where like having armor shred just really works in your favor. So this is the rectangle attack, so you can kind of see it. It's very short because obviously she's still a hoplite. And then, you know, we only have somebody, 1 person. But because it's a 4 cost, her thing just, it's not too hard to stack up on it. You know what I mean? I need to kill the little birdies because they're healing the bad guy. And we're gonna wrap it up. Excellent. Super easy. We're gonna do the next one. I enjoy that you get these little stages to try out your characters, but then it's also like the stages aren't just to try out your characters, as they are to, like, you know, kind of I don't know, get you some rewards too. So we're gonna go in on the tank. So now we're gonna use her alt, which, as you can see, it's just a circle just around her. Wham! Oh my god. If that is not spin to win, I don't know what is. That was hella cool, actually. I dig it. I dig it a lot. I dig it a lot. I think that's hella dope. And this is kind of like, I guess this is like, you have 3 of the units that I would say, actually, this is literally the team I was just talking about. So Gildan, right? Kyuka, Iluya, and Fadista, right in the back there. Popping heals. I see it. You know, it's cool to have it all together. A person who's great at min-maxing to get all the substats, and it's like really deep into like that farm stuff, I feel like will be completely hard to stop. I don't want to say unstoppable, because I don't know how AI play will be for Kyuka, but it will be really interesting. You know, that's it. So we have one very last thing to do, and that is to see if I have some video luck to go for a poll. So I'm gonna do it because I just went through that gameplay and I see the potential, and I have 3 of the 4 units that could make it work. I'm really regretting not pulling for Fadista now, so I'm just gonna skip. And I got Motezu, which I already have, which is amazing, but like, what happened here? Look at all these win units. Like, it's just the game just telling me that, like, hey, listen, you're gonna have a wind account. Enjoy, because that just look at, I got like 5 copies of, that's wild. Anyway, enjoy the game. Good luck, new players. You know, feel free to hit us up. We are such a great community, willing to help. So you let me know what you need, and take care, everyone. Oh, sorry, like and subscribe and all that stuff, you know. And I got a raffle going on. Once I hit one of my milestones, blah blah blah. Watch some of the old videos, you'll figure it out. And thank you. See ya.